So today, let's see a really cool Anthias that I don't get very often. Very small, beautiful. It's called Pseudanthias aurulentus. It comes from Christmas Islands. It's you can find them in very deep water, and so that means that it's pretty hard to catch, pretty hard to find, and not everybody will go that deep to catch a fish. They're talking about 200 feet or about 100 meters of depth, so you cannot stay that very long. This fish is about 4 inches, very small, and tank size. They like all Anthias, they like to swim around. They like to be with other tank mates, so it's not aggressive. Add them first, and then you can add chromies with them. You can add other Anthias like the ones that you see here. Those ones are Bartlett's Anthias. Very quiet, very mild temper. They like to be in groups, so they're all hunting for zooplankton as he passes by. These fish, in relation to their biology, they only, like I said, they only grow small. They're reef safe. They're all hermaphroditic, so it means that they have both sexes pretty much. So they're all born as females, and then whichever of those females in the group becomes more dominant, and if the dominant male, the alpha male, dies, the little females, one of the most dominant one of those, or that has the bigger body, will become the male. That applies to pretty much every Pseudanthias or Anthias. When you're setting up their tank, you want to have open space for them to swim around, but you also want to have a lot of hiding spots for them. They really like to have those hiding spots. In the quarantine, I have pipes for them to hide, and I also have this barnacle thing with this barnacle rock with a lot of hiding spaces. They like that. You can keep them with other Anthias, no problem. You have them. I have them with the Bartletts, and they're all fine. They eat zooplankton in their group, their shoal. Whatever plankton is passing by, they'll eat it. Now, what I like to feed them is this. Let me show you. Feed them something like a reef multi-pack, Formula 1. That will do. You want to break it down in smaller pieces. You can even give them some brine shrimp. I'll give them an enriched brine because that will give it more nutrition. Reef multi-pack, krill, so you can give them all that and they will eat it. If you give them live brine, you can give them live brine, but make sure to enrich some live brine. It's very important. So here in the quarantine station, basically, I submit them to hyposalinity 1.016. This will help me controlling cryptocarium and flukes also. At least will put them under stress, so rendering the medication a little bit more effective. I also run Prazi to take out flukes, and then big water change, carbon, so on. I only run it for 2 days because these systems were disinfected before, so there's no possibility of having eggs there. Now for EEC I run some chloroquine diphosphate, and that's pretty much it. Now they're good to go, they're eating, they're happy. I already sold a bunch, I just have one left, but that's pretty much it. If you quarantine your fish, these are a few steps that you should be doing or that you can do, but always quarantine.